ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Work Shoot Show. This is episode 14, our AEW Revolution prediction video. I'm joined by my guy, my co-host, as always, Mr. Peter McGinn. Pete, how you doing this week, brother?
Bro, I've been running around with my head chopped off. I'm going to need to lean on you a little bit this episode for the storyline beats because I haven't been able to watch in a hot minute, but I am going to set some time aside on Saturday to watch this pay-per-view, and I'm happy we got some time to do some.
Oh, it's on Sunday.
Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yes, this weekend. Yeah.
So, no, I'm excited. And look, it's okay that you don't know much of the story because the AEW wrestlers don't know much of the story. So it's okay. But as of now, do you have our standings? And let the people...
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So we're one pay-per-view in. This will be pay-per-view 2 for our records. Lyn is at a commanding lead at 4 wins and 1 loss, or 4-1, and I am 1-4. So I got some catching up to do.
Yeah, we got to get you caught up in no better place. Exactly.
8 matches on this one. So let's see if I can make up some ground.
No better place than here. Really quickly, anything WWE, real quick. Does the almost... I'm saying almost like Brock Lesnar.
Brock, yeah.
does the almost in how do you say it? Now Brock has me fucked up. Is it almost? Omos? There we go. Thank you. The Omos versus Brock Lesnar fight. Does that worry you?
I mean, I think it's gonna be ass, but
yeah. Do you think that's a Vince McMahon decision, or do you still think Triple H is in charge? Because
that one screams Vince, but well, I'm assuming the match is gonna be like 3 minutes. It's gonna be a dud.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling as well. And then I've seen some people that I follow who are defending Omos is like, well, he has gotten better since Vince, and Triple H is rewarding him for that. So I could see it either way. We're just gonna have to keep our eye on that. Just want to bring that up. But all right, Pete. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I thought he did a pretty decent job at the Rumble. I don't know if he's ready for a match like this, but I think Brock is going to carry it pretty hard. Brock is a pro's pro, even if he is going off the script a little bit right now. But I think whatever the situation is, Brock's going to make it work.
I just feel like Brock told Bray Wyatt, hell no. And they were like, all right, I guess we got to do Omos.
Yep.
So with that being said, Pete, take us away. Get us to the predictions.
Yeah, let's do it. So we got 8 matches to go through on AEW Revolution. Kind of like what Lyn said, that the storylines don't seem to be there, but hopefully they can make up for it in the ring because they usually always bring the heat, especially Revolution. We've had some pretty big moments at this pay-per-view, and True. I'm hoping to see one big thing happen. We'll get to it when we get to that match.
Okay.
But I think we should start off with what I think is probably going to be the worst match and probably the opening match. That's Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy in a no holds barred match. As somebody who's been kind of sitting on the sidelines for a little bit with AEW, I thought this feud was done.
Yeah, it randomly came back.
Yeah, can you explain to me why this match is happening?
So basically Jungle Hook was doing their thing. Jungle Boy was like, I want to go after a singles belt. Me and Hook decided it. And when he said he wanted to go after a singles belt, boom, here pops up Christian Cage saying, you can't get a singles belt because I'm not through with you. And he took off the sling and forearmed his ass, and that's why it's back, because now Christian Cage can actually fight. So I'm assuming this is the absolute last match.
Are you sure about that?
Look, it better be, because I'm picking Jungle Boy, man. There's no way that Christian Cage is beating Jungle Boy on this run to a singles championship. No way.
Also, another question for you. Is there a reason why I should care about this match?
Just because of Christian talking shit on Jungle Boy's dead dad?
Just kind of like how the whole story beats are happening right now. Like, is there a reason to care about either of these two? Like, for the stakes of the match, I guess.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. I saw this match pop up. I'm like, why? Like, I know I've been out of the loop for a little bit, but why?
Yeah, just giving people matches. That's all that is.
Okay. Just because it's a no holds barred match, if it was just like a straight singles match, I think I would have picked Jungle Boy. But because there's a stipulation, and I think that they're probably going to play off of it, because why would
Luchasaurus is coming back up?
Yeah, maybe something along those lines, but. I'm gonna pick Christian Cage because there is a stipulation to the match, which makes me think that there might be some shenanigans that happen.
Man,
Yeah,
if Christian wins and this continues, I'm gonna be so upset. Like this needs to end.
Maybe like a Jungle Boy looks strong, about to pin Christian. Oh, Luchasaurus. Oh, he's back. Why not? Because that feud, we could redo that feud. Why not? So, and then maybe it'll be Jungle Hook versus Christian Cage.
Oh,
and
Christian Cage.
Luchasaurus.
And then that I could rock with. But it's like, y'all should have did that. That should have been this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a weird way to get there. But I'm with you if that's where they're going. But AEW don't know where they're going. So we're going to see.
Okay. This is the next match is the one where I'm hoping to see something at the end of it. We have Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho.
I know what you want to see after.
I want to see Mercedes Moné debut afterwards. I think Jamie Hayter's going to retain.
I do.
I think if they want to, I feel like if they would have already put the belt on Saraya if they were going to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's her. And as much as I love what Ruby Soho has been doing, starting off with that extreme hardcore match with her and Willow Nightingale versus I forget who, take Ty Conti and the girl from the blonde girl from the JS whatever her name is. Ever since then, Ruby Soho's been like on the up and up, but I don't think it's time to kill Jamie Hayter's momentum for Ruby Soho.
I've always been a big fan of her. I just never thought that she was at the level to hold a belt. I just thought she's always like a really good worker. She's always like a really good hand. She's like perfect for this type of spot where maybe
she's gonna shine.
She's gonna shine. It wouldn't surprise me if she's the best wrestler in this match, but like, does she need to win? Should she win? Maybe, but like I just don't think that she has that star power to be like the belt holder. But I think she's like right there where she could be competing for it. Kind of like where, man, for like WWE tournament, maybe like kind of like where Liv Morgan is too. Just like competing for it. But like, should they win? I don't think so. Even though I'm with you, fan. But yeah, I really just want to see Jamie hold the belt, be the heel, and then Mercedes.
Well, see, the thing is, they've been turning them into the faces.
Yeah, like, they have. Yeah,
that like Britt did a whole face thing. So my thought process is, I agree with you. Let Jamie win, but let Mercedes come out and be the new Hulk Hogan to this NWO outsiders. Tony Storm as Scott Hall, Saraya as Kevin Nash, and Mercedes Moné as the Hulk Hogan. If Tony pulls that off, that'll be huge.
That would be huge. And I think Mercedes has like she's the New Japan champion, so that is something to like be like super proud of, but like she's not working full time, and I don't really know what acting role she's doing because season 3 of The Mandalorian is already dropped. Filmed. Yeah. So,
is she in there? Like is she in this season? Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like she has the time to start, being a main roster, main focal point, because the women's division AEW is kind of lacking, and Mercedes would be,
perfect. Like, absolutely. She'd be the star.
Yeah. She would get eyes on the product. I think she's perfect. I think if Tony Khan wants to sign everybody, I do think it's up to her whether she wants to sign or not, because I'm sure AEW is clawing at her.
Definitely.
Like, so we'll see, but this would be a great debut.
And talk about afterwards. Like, see, Britt Baker could talk that shit to Saraya, because like as great as Saraya Paige was in WWE, she didn't have the career that a Sasha Banks, that a Bayley, that a Becky, that a Charlotte Flair has. So it's like, oh yeah, I can talk shit to you. I'm Britt Baker. Like, I started this AEW Revolution. Like, yeah, you were the first domino to the women's revolution, but you didn't do much. But see, if Sasha Banks coming, she can't talk that shit to Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Sasha just look at it and be like, what are you saying, bitch? What are you talking about? But see, I really want Sasha to go to AEW to help Jade Cargill get to that next level.
I think, okay, because I do think that Mercedes would be in AEW for like a short period.
Yeah, I agree.
Like 2 or 3 years. If she did sign, I think it'd be great to elevate Jade on like the way out.
Yeah,
like that'd be like how she helps the new talent, and then, I do think she'll eventually go back to WWE. But
I do too. Bayley kind of gave that away with her Bailey kind of gave that away with her with her interview with Ariel Helwani about how she thinks Sasha will be back. The thing is, I think Sasha's just really upset at how Vince McMahon treated him with that tags belt. And I think she's just waiting to see, is Hunter really in charge? Is Vince coming? Like, I think it's a little bit of all of that.
I think she wants Vince completely out of it before she goes back. Which I do think is just, I mean, he is looking to sell. So I think it's just a matter of time before he's like out. But
unless it goes to the Saudis and then they just throw him back in charge of creative.
Yep. We'll see about that.
So we both went with Jamie Hayter, and you went with Christian. I went with Jungle Boy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, next match, number 3, we have the Elite versus House of Black.
Oh, this is the most difficult one to decide because I just want the Elite's run to continue, but then people are gonna say the EVP's putting themselves over once again,
as they should.
Yeah, I agree. Where are you feeling with this? Because let me tell you, there's no story. This came out of nowhere randomly on one Rampage after they defeated Top Flight. They defeated Top Flight in the Firm, and basically House of Black was like, you're fighting these know-nothings. Take us on at Revolution.
I'm only going to base this off of my buddy who watches a ton of wrestling, who thinks that House of Black is going to win. So I'm going to go with House of Black since I don't really know a whole lot about this. Just been out of the loop for a minute, but he thinks that House of Black is going to win. I think it kind of makes sense that the Elite they don't need the belts. Their personalities they transcend like holding belts. And Kenny is the US champ for the IWGP. So I think they do still have like the belts on something. I don't think, and the Bucks can maybe compete for like the tag champs or something like that down the road, but I think it'd be better if other people held the belts. So
I agree.
House of Black.
I want them to build the feud. Can you still have a feud if the Elite win? Let me ask you. Does that dead it? No.
I mean, unless there's like shenanigans. But I feel like you could. I feel like House of Black can do some shady stuff, and
I do too. Okay,
maybe continue it, but I think other people holding the belt is good for
no, I agree, and I think House of Black takes it, and then the next pay-per-view, the Elite take it back, and you start this big feud with House of Black, who needs it, who are guys that have been clamoring for this shot. So I'm with you. I'm giving it to House of Black too, but I'm going with my head because of like feud wise, but my heart says, hey, the Elite just take it and keep pushing. Like this is their run.
They definitely could. The next one, I think this one's perfect for you because you're the number one Ricky Starks fan. Ricky Starks versus Jericho. I want your
no JAS completely.
Yep.
Jericho just beat a young talent, so people have been like, wow, you're steady squashing young guys. No. He's getting ready to put over Ricky Starks as the premier babyface of AEW. That's what it is. Jericho 100% believes in Ricky Starks. I listened to Talk Jericho just for this, and how that's when you talk about guys that he constantly mentions as guys that he sees as the face of AEW, it's MJF. He likes Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow as like the big guys. But when he says who's the hero of AEW with Cody gone and them not having one, it is Ricky Starks. That is the hero of AEW.
How many times have we done predictions where it's like, well, Jericho's going to put him over. Like, why wouldn't they? And then Jericho always wins. Jericho always wins pay-per-views.
I think this is different because the difference is the Claudio thing. I think you were always right about it, where it's like, he was not putting him over because it was to get Ring of Honor, this streaming service. Whereas this is 100% straight AEW. And I would have said he would have won, but the fact that the JAS is barred from ringside tells me 100%, oh no, they're about to showcase how good of a wrestler Ricky Starks is.
I'm more along the lines of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, and then fool me like 7 times, like really shame on me, because I think I've got against Jericho every single time.
We definitely have.
And I lost. So because of that, I'm gonna pick Jericho. And if I get bit,
we're gonna do the scoring, and you're gonna be like, God damn it, The one time I go with this bastard, he loses.
Hey, if that's the case, then shame on me. But I've been bit so many times for going against Jericho. If it's the one time where Jericho actually gets the dub, then you know what? That's on me.
I'll for sure. What if this
is
the time that he goes finally to like, hey, Fozzy tour? Like,
yeah. Like the last time, it's like we were like looking at Fozzy tour dates. It's just like, well, he has to give up the belt. He's going on tour, right? Wrong. And then the next time, it's like, oh well, he has his I forgot like what it was. Like, oh, he's got like his cruise or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
he's gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. He can't have the belt. Wrong. It's like every time I think there's a logical reason why Jericho loses the belt. He just wins. Or I guess not the belt, but just in general, he just wins on pay-per-views.
No, I get it. Look, I feel exactly where you're coming from, but I'm going salute Ricky Starks, aka Stroke Daddy.
Stroke. Okay, you're going Ricky. I'm going Jericho, and you know what? Fuck me if I'm wrong, but I've been bit too many times.
No, I get it.
For the TNT Championship match, we have Samoa Joe going up against Wardlow.
Look, I'm gonna say this right now. Because Powerhouse Hobbs won the ladder match for the number one contender for this, if Wardlow doesn't win, Tony Khan is an idiot. He's been building to Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow for a year and a half. It's time we get the big meaty men. I'd get Samoa Joe is great, but it's time, Joe. You're an old man. Put over the young talent. Like, put over these big, meaty men. You're going to still be the Ring ROH champion. So put over Wardlow. Let Wardlow win, and we can finally get the match we've been waiting for, Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow. I'm picking Wardlow strictly because Powerhouse Hobbs won.
I think you said the best, especially with Ring of Honor coming back on TV. I think that's where Samoa Joe is going to be spending the majority of his time. I also think that's where he should be spending the most of his time. And then just give it over the Wardlow, give him the belt. I feel like he should have had this way before.
Yeah, he should have never dropped it. Like, if we're being honest, Wardlow was red hot. Like the Acclaim, worse than the Acclaim, because that Acclaim at least got to do a run. Worse than the Acclaim. Tony just cut the legs right from under Wardlow.
Yeah, agreed. I think that this is the perfect time for Wardlow to get elevated a little bit more and hold that belt. Like you said, go up against Powerhouse Hobbs in the next feud. I think that has like so many just opportunities of these two insanely athletic big men. Especially
you can run that feud for the we see how they do the JAS. JAS and Ricky Starks been fighting for half a year. So if that can happen, we could get Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow for at least 3 to 4 months, like minimum.
That's you can bring in some other people and maybe make it longer, but yeah, I think that's just like the perfect step for the next big one, which I'd have to look to see what it is. I don't know if it's All Out, but
I'll check real quick
I don't know if that's like the next big pay-per-view.
Yeah,
but
AEW.
Revolution is definitely one of like their pillars. So set something up for the next big one, and then just have Wardlow shine again, essentially.
So after Revolution, there's St. Patrick's Day Slam, which is a big Dynamite. There's Battle of the Belts.
Yep.
But then it's Double or Nothing in May.
Double or Nothing.
That's the
next
big one.
Okay. Yeah. So have them at Double or Nothing. It's there. It's ready for them to go. So we both have Wardlow in this one. I think this one is like, I always say this, like, this is like the most like locked match of the night. But then every time I say that, I'm wrong. So.
No, I agree with you. Even more so than how I feel about Ricky Starks. This one is a lock for me. It's like, bro, if Wardlow don't win, I feel bad for you, Wardlow. Go to WWE, my brother. Like, that's all I can say. Like, if you don't win this, it's like they don't value you because, like, I don't get it. And also, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. See some the thing with Powerhouse Hobbs, you can have Joe even come back later and be like, "Oh, y'all have gotten better." Blah blah blah. This is my plan worked. Now I'm gonna show y'all the real Joe. And like, you can have, if you want Joe to get the belt again later down the line, you can bring him back. But I just think you got to get Wardlow with it. Also, Forbidden Door 2 happening, which I think is awesome.
Did that get confirmed?
It's on this sheet right now, June 24th, 2023.
Oh, let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
So just wanted to tell you that because I knew you would
Awesome.
appreciate that one.
Awesome.
Except no Jay White this year, which is crazy.
No, hold on,
oh yeah,
maybe.
true. Wait, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
You're
I
right.
don't think he signed anywhere yet. So
He hasn't. I'm just
hold your
all
horses.
on the
Yeah.
Jay White to WWE.
Yeah. Yeah. Overwhelmingly going there. Okay, match number 6 in a Texas death match.
Match of the night, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, we got Jon Moxley versus Hangman.
Yeah, I don't care who wins this because I'm fans of both gentlemen. Hangman Page has become, like, when you ask me who are my top AEW stars, it is Jon Moxley, Ricky Starks, and Hangman Adam Page. They are legitimately my favorites. I root for those guys constantly. All I want to do is see Hangman do an incredible buckshot lariat, because every time Logan Paul does one, I hate how the internet says, oh, he does it better than Hangman. He does not. Let's cut that out. But how much blood, my real question is, how much blood do you think is poured in this match? And do we see thumbtacks?
I think we see like barbed wire.
Okay.
I think a lot of barbed wire. Probably
we're definitely getting barbed wire, brass knuckles, because Hangman was like, F a bat, and he wrapped the barbed wire around his hand. And he started, and his hand was bleeding. I was like, ah! He was like, there's more of this coming, Moxley. I think he'll do 2 and start just straight fisting him.
Whoa, out of context, bro.
But yeah,
that way.
I do think thumbtacks are coming out. I think barbed wire bats. And I think a barbed wire table action where, like, you remember how Jericho was like, oh God, when he fell in, but he was stuck. I felt bad for him. I think this is gonna be good. I'm going with Hangman Adam Page.
Okay.
Because it makes more sense for him to win this than it does. Moxley can lose, similar to the Seth Rollins thing. Moxley can lose, and he's still the ace of AEW, Jon Moxley, whereas Hangman needs this to propel him forward as the babyface.
Now, I don't know if this is like actual, like, real wrestling logic, but the last time that these two fought, Hangman won, and then Moxley finally went on vacation, and now Moxley's been back for a little bit, and so just because I think that Hangman won the last one, I think Mox is going to win this one.
Okay.
Because I don't know if this feud is done. Because this is one of these feuds, though, that they can fight forever and I'll be fine with it. Because
let me say this: when Hangman won, it tied it up.
Okay, true. Yeah, these two can fight all the time, every time, story or not. They bring
the best,
the energy every single time. Like, it's always like a 4-star match minimum. The last two of these, I think they fought on like a Dynamite. I'm like, this is a pay-per-view level match. Like,
they were just straight punching each other on the aprons. That's when Hangman did like the drop, like had dropped him on the apron. We were like, whoa, that looked crazy. But I think also you gotta remember, Mox won the last match technically against Evil Uno.
Oh, true. But since this is a death match, and that's like
Mox's thing, true.
Like, it makes me also think that like Mox wins these matches, Hangman wins like the normal wrestling matches.
True. That's a good point.
That's kind of where I'm thinking is. So yeah, I'm gonna go Mox just because of my awful reasoning.
All right, I'm going Hangman Adam Page. Let's get some cowboy shit happening. Mox, I still love you. Don't think because I'm picking Hangman, I don't love you.
Cowboy shit.
Cowboy shit, baby. That's what we want.
All right. Our trios match. Oh, sorry, not trios.
Oh, now time for the worst match of the night?
Probably the worst match of the night. We got the Guns as the champs going up against the Acclaimed, going up against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, also going up against Orange Cassidy and Danhausen for
I feel bad. I feel bad for Danhausen and Orange Cassidy because I feel like they only put them in there to sell merch.
Yeah. Could you explain to me why these two are in?
There's no reason, bro. It's random. It's literally like to me, I felt best friends should have been over them if you're going to put that tag team in there. But to me, there's better people you could have put in. Once Jeff Jarrett came in there, this to me was like, okay, I really feel like if the Guns win, it's going to be because of shenanigans from Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. That's
Okay.
why I feel like they're in there. But I also feel like Orange Cassidy and Danhausen are in there to do the same thing for the Acclaimed. So it's like, I
Gotcha.
really don't know where this goes, man. Like, there's no storyline to this. The tag belts have been devalued with this Jeff Jarrett shit, and I really don't know where to go. I'm gonna pick the Acclaimed, but boy, my heart and my head are like, you're being a dummy. The Ass Boys are about to win this because of some Jeff Jarrett shenanigans.
Okay, you said it better than I think I could have, but because of how in shambles the tag division is and how it makes no sense and it defies all logic and like, why are these people here type of thing, I'm picking Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to win. To win. You know why? Because it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, if that happens, I'm gonna text you and be like,
"Why did you pissed people are gonna
be? I'm gonna be like, Pete, why did you put that into the atmosphere?
Bro, these are the style of matches where they can win. Like if it was just like a straight up like,
because Danhausen can take the pin, and that's if they win, that's who's taking it.
Oh yeah. Or Orange Cassidy could probably take it too, but
see, I don't think they do because I think they're gonna keep Orange high because of the All Atlantic belt. Like, you got to think he's on a run. Like,
true. Yeah, so Danhausen on paper seems like the perfect person to take the pin.
Yeah, or the Ass Boys, really, if you want to just like devalue the run they're having right now.
I just think that's just how bad the tag division is. Like, the Acclaim should have had a massive run, and they just didn't. And so, like, why not just continue flubbering the whole division and just have Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett win? Why not? Like,
God, Jeff Jarrett keeps a wrestling job. I don't know how, but he keeps one.
I think it'd be a short run, but I do think that there is a chance that they win it. And
do you think they win it as like Tony Khan giving them, hey, sorry, Jeff, for allowing Max Caster to say those things about you. Here's a little run before we give it back to the Acclaim.
I just feel like they want to be like different. And I think that this is like a very different pick. And I think it'd make a lot of people upset. It would get a lot of people talking
It'll get heat.
About it.
Yeah, no, it would. But I just don't know if that's the right kind of heat. Damn, I thought you were going to go with the Ass Boys and really kick my ass, because that's who I really think's going to win this. But man, all right, I'm going to Acclaim. Dear God, I hope Jeff Jarrett and them don't win.
All right, we'll get to our last match of the night. Then we have MJF going up against Bryan Danielson. I want to hear your thoughts.
That's extremely hard to predict. The story came with Bryan Danielson's beautiful promo the other night. Like, I think they finally pulled everything together with MJF coming out saying his girlfriend left him. Bryan Danielson saying she better have left you. That's the best thing that girl could have done with her life. I'm going to kick your fucking head in if you're not wrestling for 60 minutes. Funny enough, I feel like this is Bryan Danielson putting over MJF. Like, I know everybody's like, no, this is Bryan Danielson getting his golden run. This is Bryan Danielson cementing his GOAT status. I don't see it that way. I see this as, oh no, Bryan Danielson is showing y'all, hey, MJF is a great wrestler. We're putting him over. And funny enough, I do think the babyface that will beat MJF is Adam Cole. Funny enough.
Ooh, okay.
Because Cole is coming back as a babyface.
Yeah, 100%. I saw like a quote today that Bryan Danielson was hoping that this match goes on first so he can go to bed early, which makes me think that kind of maybe showed his hand that MJF is winning. I would like Bryan to have the title at some point.
I just don't think it's now. Like,
it's not now.
You're killing MJF's whole momentum, because I think, funny enough, people were saying he was a bad champion at the start of this feud. But I think by getting him to open up about his love life and getting him there, I think that brought a whole different dynamic to his character.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's one of the actual storylines I've been able to keep up on, whether it's through actually watching it or YouTube, that MJF is just, he's too good right now to in my personal opinion, to take it off of him. He needs, if you want to build somebody like MJF for the future, even if he does flub it every now and then, you gotta give him his reps.
You gotta get the exactly. You gotta take the lumps. You took the lumps with Roman Reigns. Like you gotta take the lumps. You do.
Yeah. Cena had some flubs.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Everybody has some flubs. This is MJF's. This is the start of his long tenure.
CM Punk definitely had flubs at WWF.
Yeah.
So like, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, MJF is going to be like a 6-7 time world AEW champion. Like he's 26. He's learning to be a superstar essentially right now. I think he has been before, where I think it was a little different path because he was the wild card. He could do whatever because he didn't have the belt, and now it's sort of like the responsibility of being the champion kind of has a different maybe he has to have like a little bit of a different persona as the champion, where it's where he was the wild card, because no one considers him the wild card anymore.
And see, people were like, he should lose because we want to see how MJF responds to that, as someone who said the belt's the only thing that matters in his life. But I think they're missing it because you let this guy win, get ultra cocky because he beat Bryan Danielson, and then you make him lose in the next one, so you see how he responds. And I think if you do it with Adam Cole, it's someone who had to fight back. And Adam Cole could be like, bro, I know about being a heel. I know about losing everything. I lost everything. I almost lost this. You don't understand that you're doing it the wrong way. I just feel like that's the compelling story. I just see the Adam Cole thing, and I'm like, that's who you take the belt off of MJF for.
Yeah, no, I think that's perfect. I actually really would love that run. And MJF could go into this persona where like, I beat the best wrestler in the world, the best in-ring wrestler in the world.
No one can talk shit to me
No
anymore.
one can stop me. No, whatever. And he can have this whole thing, and then he can lose to like an ultra baby face like Adam Cole.
Whoever it is, it has to be the ultimate baby face. Maybe Ricky Starks comes back. I just don't know if Ricky's ready for that. That's why I said Adam Cole. But whoever it is has to be the whitest hot baby face to be like, boom, here you go. And then you're setting up a beautiful rivalry for the rest of the year, and MJF can win it on the way out of either re-signing or, leaving.
Could not agree more. Yeah, I think that's definitely the best play. Whether I don't know if MJF needs a break or not, because I know he's been on TV for like a year plus straight.
Yeah, and with just losing his fiance, I know that's he feeling some type of way.
Yeah, so just having all of this down the road, but like for right now, I think it's still his time to shine. And I agree with you. I think we're both taking MJF for that specific reason.
Yep, I just don't see it as Bryan Danielson's time yet. I feel like for Bryan Danielson to be the champion, you have to have someone established with the belt, like a Cole or a Moxley, so you get a super card match. And it's like, okay, Bryan Danielson's going on his GOAT run. I don't think you give him his GOAT run at the expense of a pillar. I just don't see that happening. But those are our predictions. I do have to ask you, how do you feel about your man saying, I quit AEW, and it's being rumored right now? Well, it's not rumored. I saw the recordings. He left. I feel it's 100% a work. It's not a shoot.
Yeah, it's a work. Yeah.
It's a work. Eddie Kingston is finally going to do the feud with Claudio. That's going to make me watch. Are they putting the Ring of Honor Championship on Eddie?
No chance, but as much as I would love that, I think there's close to zero chance of that happening, unless I would have to look at it. Unless there's some pay-per-view, some Ring of Honor thing happening in New York, then I can see him.
There might
doing
be
something. I mean, I do know that they go to one. I forgot the ballroom it's called. There's a very famous.
Oh, Highline.
No, that's not it. It's in Manhattan. There's some like ROH goes there. It's like an indie, something ballroom.
Interesting. Well, they haven't chosen the Death Before Dishonor venue yet.
Okay. If there's something like that where Eddie has a chance in New York to get a huge pop, I can see that. But Eddie is just
put people over guy.
Yeah, I mean, to the casual viewer, Eddie Kingston is not who you want the belt on. To somebody like me, who he's maybe my favorite wrestler in AEW right now. I mean, like Kenny's probably like my all-time favorite, but I love Eddie Kingston so
That's why I had to ask. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. But I'm glad he was like, I promised Mox I wouldn't fight you, but I'm not at AEW anymore. I left AEW. I'm coming kick your ass, Claudio. I just think that's a beautiful way to make people want to buy the Ring of Honor streaming service.
No, I absolutely agree.
So, but that's pretty much all I got, Pete, unless you have anything else you want to bring up.
Nah, just I'll run through our predictions real quick. Just give a recap. Christian versus Jungle Boy. I had Christian. Lyn had Jungle Boy. Jamie Hayter versus Soraya versus Ruby Soho. We both had Jamie Hayter. The Elite versus House of Black. We both had House of Black. Jericho versus Ricky Starks. I had Jericho. Lynn had Ricky. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. We both had Wardlow. Mox versus Hangman. I had Mox. Lynn had Hangman.
Yes, sir.
Guns versus the Acclaimed versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Orange Cassidy and Danhausen. I had Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, which I'm already going to be like, I already know that's gonna be like the worst pick of the week, but you know what? It's for fun. So
yeah, no, I get it.
And Lynn had the Acclaimed, and
which I don't think they're winning either. Like, let me just be honest. I think we're both wrong in this, in that one.
I agree. And then MJF versus Bryan Danielson. We both had MJF.
Yes, sir. I think these are some good predictions. I do think you're gonna close the gap because I don't think either of us know where any of this is gonna go. Whereas WWE, the storylines were there. There's not really many. So the only one that's really there is the MJF Bryan Danielson one and kind of the Wardlow one. But to my point, like we said earlier, if Wardlow does not win, leave, brother, because Tony Khan does not value you. Yep. Pete, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
Yeah, best way to do so is on Twitter. It's What Do You Say Annie? What Do You Say ANI on Twitter. It's my anime podcast, but that's where I'm most active. Also, if you have predictions for this Revolution, let us know in like the comments or the Discord or something like that. Tell us who you think was winning, and it'll be really fun to compare.
Yeah, and I kind of want to do a thing where we have the fan champion prediction, the fan prediction champion, where if, like Pete said, if you put who you think's gonna win, we will tally up who has the most things and we'll crown a fan champion. And then at the end of the year, we'll give the fan champion a prize. We'll mail them something. I think that'll be a good way for us to get interactive. So you can either put it in the comments on the YouTube or come in the Discord and give us your predictions. But that's a way we can compare your predictions to ours. And then you can win a prize at the end of the year for participating.
Yeah.
Good idea, Pete. Hell yeah. Make sure y'all go follow him. Check out his anime podcast. You can find me at Lyn BWT. Follow BrosWhoThink at BrosWhoThink. A lot of content is out. You'll know all about it if you follow us on BrosWhoThink Twitter or subscribe to the YouTube. But until our review of Revolution, y'all have a good one and peace.
Peace.